YouTube, Allie's RNY Odyssey here, coming at you real quick on my way into the studio. It is Friday, October, what is today? The 27th, I believe. And I just wanted to share a couple thoughts with you today. A certain way I've been feeling, and I don't know if it's normal. I've talked to my therapist about it a little bit, and she said that it was totally understandable that I might kind of be feeling this way just because, you know, I've had a very quick life adjustment, you know, that's happened very rapidly, and that it's just going to take time kind of for my mind to catch up to my body. So, as you guys know, when I started my journey, I was well over 400 pounds. My highest weight, you might as well say, was 450. I mean, 449.9. And then I picked out Christmas Eve, so I'm sure that I tipped the scales at 450 easily. You know, I had a hard time taking care of myself. And honestly, my oldest son, Bradley, bless his heart, pretty much waited on me hand and foot. You know, provided me with my food, you know, made my bed, helped me clean my room. Like, I really didn't do much of anything. Now, I did go into the studio when I had to, but I did miss a lot of class. I was just sick, and, you know, never went to the grocery store, never went to any store, and just the expectations of things that I could do were very low. You know, like, I would take an Uber to the doctor so they could drop me off right at the front door, or have somebody drive me so that I wouldn't have to, you know, park in the parking lot and walk, just stuff like that, you know. One step away from being bedbound and or wheelchair bound. And, you know, I had people taking care of me, which I hated, you know, and felt bad about, but it was a habit, especially the last 3 years or so, that my son was my caretaker, and I didn't do a whole lot for myself. So now, fast forward a short 8.5 months later, well, I guess we're coming up on 9 months later, the expectations of what I can do are a lot higher. And even the first several months out, you know, it was hard for me to do anything for myself. And now, all of a sudden, like the last couple of months, probably since around Labor Day, I've gotten a lot better all of a sudden. You know, I'm not out of breath the way I used to be. You know, I can get up and down the stairs easier. Now, there are days when I overdo it that I'm exhausted and I feel very weak. You know, and I do get help then, but, and I hate to say this, but sometimes part of me kind of misses being taken care of. Certainly nowhere near enough to go back to the way that I was. I'm so much happier now. My mindset is so much better, but it kind of disturbs me that I miss any of it. You know, it's like I had an excuse before. So, like, you know, if I needed something, I would order it from Amazon or Amazon Prime Now. I have Amazon Prime Now in my area. You can get just about anything you want in just about 2 hours or so. So I needed reading glasses today, and I almost ordered them from Amazon Prime Now. They weren't really ones that I liked. They only had one kind. They were the kind that clipped on your nose. I was like, oh, I don't like these. But the old me would have ordered them just so I didn't have to go somewhere and buy them. So, you know, it kind of sucked in one way that I was like, you don't have an excuse. Like, you can get up, you can, on the way to the studio, you can stop by CVS, you're capable of parking, you're capable of going in the store, you're capable of going into the store to pick out these glasses. There's no reason for you to be ordering them off of Amazon Prime, especially ones you don't like, and then you're going to have to pay, you know, you're going to have to order a whole bunch of other stuff or pay a delivery fee, and then there's a tip for the driver. So I went to CVS and I got my glasses, which is great, but like, why I guess it's breaking old habits, you know? Like the expectation is that I'm going to be at class every single week, unless I'm really sick, like unless I have the flu or something. The expectation is that I will be at the studio more regularly. The expectation is that I won't cancel the staff meeting, because you know what? I'm not sick anymore. I'm really not. Am I 100% healthy yet? No. 75%, like I'm definitely getting there. And part of it kind of sucks. Like, I think it's causing me stress. I just, you know, before it was like, I'm barely hanging on here. So if I can't do something, I'm not going to do it. And now it's like, you don't have an excuse not to be doing this stuff. So sometimes I feel really overwhelmed, you know, and I don't get anything done because I just kind of shut down. It's just weird. It's like a really weird mental dynamic that I guess I need to work on. I feel like people are depending on me more, you know. Like, another habit I have is when I have stuff to carry down the steps, I ask my son to come upstairs and help me carry it down. So today I asked him, you know, Mommy's getting ready to leave. Can you come up and help me carry this stuff down? And he's like, do you really need my help? And I'm like, I don't know, I'll try. Well, guess what? I really didn't need his help. I was able to do it. So I guess it's hard to break out of that dynamic. And I don't know if there's anybody else out there that was anywhere near as big as me that understands what I'm talking about. It's like, I love it, but at the same time, I kind of miss being taken care of, and I don't like that I feel that way. So I guess the fact that I don't like that I feel that way is a good thing. I have a feeling my logic is in the right place, but my emotions are in the wrong place, you know. And that's not to say, you know, my back still does go out, you know, and yeah, he's there and he still helps me and people still help me, but it's just, I guess, just adjusting to the expectations that people now have on me, as well as the expectations I have for myself, that I am able to do more, I'm able to be more present, and I don't need people to hold my hand anymore. So I don't know if, like I said, if anybody else knows what I'm talking about or can relate. If you can, I'd love to hear about it. I'm kind of embarrassed for sharing this, but my thing is, if it helps one person or one other person has gone through this, it's great, you know. And maybe it's just because it's still a little bit hard, you know. I do still weigh, you know, what, the other day I was 269, so I am still a big girl. I'm still at the weight a lot of people still get the surgery done. So maybe it's that, like, yes, I can do these things, but it's harder. It's still hard. Like, it's not impossible. And I think that's what it is. It's not impossible like it used to be, but it's not a walk in the park. You know, it's still, you know, my knees hurt and, but not as bad. Like, it's not impossible. Like, I can do it. I can push through now. I think that's what it is. I can push through and do it, but it's not pain-free. But it's not agonizing. Does that make sense? I don't know. I just feel like I'm babbling at this point. But if you have any clue what I'm talking about or can identify, please let me know so I don't feel like I'm totally crazy. Like I said, it is something I'm going to work with my therapist on, and maybe it's just pressure. So, like, it's a pressure from others and a pressure from myself to do more, and I'm just having a little bit of an adjustment period. So I guess that's it for today. Those are my thoughts for today. I'm at the studio now, so I'm going to go in. I got here early so I could do some administrative work because I really have gotten bumpkis done this week. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. I have a wedding that I'm going to, and then tomorrow, and then Sunday I've got rehearsal and a staff meeting. And, like, I would love to cancel the staff meeting, but I'm like, there's really no reason for you to cancel the staff meeting. You know what I mean? Like, whereas before I kind of had an excuse. And then there's that pressure of, you know, just fulfilling my promises that things are going to be different. this year, and I would be present. So anyway, you guys have a great weekend, and I will probably talk to you on Tuesday or Wednesday and give you my week 39 update. Talk to you guys later. Love ya. Bye.